Welcome back to my channel. My name is Donato, and in this video I'll be taking you through the preparation and the race review of my latest 10k time trial. That's right, let's go. Yes, that's right guys, 10k time trial review, new personal best, sub 38. But before I go into that, I'd be very humbled and honoured if you are new here to this channel, and if you haven't already done so, please do give the video a thumbs up, click on the subscribe, set the alarm bell. That would really help. I'm coming up to 2,000 subscribers, and it'd be fantastic with Christmas coming and goodwill to all men. It'd be fantastic if I did achieve that 2,000 subscribers by Christmas. Thank you all so much for your support. On with the video. Yes, that's right guys, I'm still buzzing, absolutely buzzing from that 10k time trial that I completed at Goodwood, the GP Goodwood racetrack. I think it was the aerodrome officially, but it's used as a racetrack. It was fantastic, and as I mentioned, if you haven't seen the 4 weeks training, please do go for that. But I'm going to be going through 10 points, yes, 10 points of the whole shebang from the beginning, the training, all the way to the end, and go through the gear, what I was wearing, clothing, shoes. So if you want to go fast forward straight to the gear, go to the very end, and you'll miss out all the fun stuff though in the middle. So yeah, I've got 10 points that I'm going to be going through. Point number one, to run a 10k, the training. What training did I do? How did I get into that? Well, basically it was a challenge that I set myself during the second lockdown here in the UK. It was only 4 weeks, so I knew I had a very limited amount of time. It's not the best of preparations, and I wouldn't recommend that. And it's part of a caveat that I'll put at the beginning of all of my videos, that the caveat is, don't try this at home. No, is that what I've done is a lot of preparation and base training had already gone into this. I'd completed a marathon back in October, so I had a certain level of base fitness. I'd recovered from that, and then I started the specific training for that 4 weeks for the 10k. So that's my caveat, but you can go through the whole 4 weeks detail on there. But the key thing, my take from that training, is specific speed work, lots of easy runs, but great recovery. Essential to have recovery days. So that's point number one, the training. Point number two, the day before. Yes, the day before the race is almost critical, how we prepare for that. And for me, in terms of getting my legs ready for that, it was just a simple 20 minutes easy run with 4 sets of strides at the end. And strides are great to get the knees up, get the legs moving and getting some speed, but controlled, not flat out sprinting, just strides. But again, that's part of the preparation for me and at the speed that I'm running at. And also the food. Oh yes, the food is again critical, because we don't want things going wrong or whatever overlaid in. So for me, the food, just 3 regular meals, easy meals. Definitely the last 2 I was keeping away from meats and things, because sometimes it's processing not right still in the body. So for me, not quite, I can't remember if it's vegan, vegetarian, but it was like keeping things light. Pasta for evening, but not overeating or anything like that. So keeping that light. Definitely lots of fluids, drinking lots and lots of water, keeping myself hydrated and ensuring that I'm in the best sort of shape, ready for that. So that was number 2. And not forgetting, as part of the day before, an early night to get a good night's sleep. Which brings me on to point 3. As I said on point 2, getting an early night's sleep. I had an early start. You would have seen that the alarm went off, I think it was about 5 to 5 in the morning. I had a long journey ahead of me, so I knew I needed to get up early, prep, clean myself down, drink. You would have seen that on the video that I had of the actual race day diary, that had some toast and tea, just 2 slices of toast and some herbal tea, green tea. That's all I had at around, that was around 5 a.m, 10 past 5 a.m. And then at around 7 a.m, I just had a little chia bar, tiny little thing, just to ensure that my tummy wasn't rumbling when it came to race time. Yeah. Point number 4, and this is essential in terms of what I'd done, it was the travel. It was over 3 hours sitting in a car, travel time. That was a long time. We did have a break in between, you sort of toilet stop, stretch the legs. but that sort of determined what I was going to do when I got there. So the travel for me was a long journey, sitting down, not the best of preparations in terms of getting ready for a race, in particular a short race, 5k, 10k. These are over very quickly, so over 3 hours sitting down wasn't the best preparations. When I point number five, as soon as we got there, as well as picking up the bib, once I got the bib, warm up, very essential that I've done the warm up. And if you've certainly been sitting down for a while, or even if you haven't been sitting down, the warm up to put in a fast 10k, it's essential to get the legs warming up. And for me, as you saw with the group, we were doing about 2 miles. Can't remember the amount of time. It's what, about 15 minutes, 18 minutes, sort of jogging, doing, you know, all sorts of sets and stuff to get the legs all warmed up and ready to go, ready for the race. Yes. Which brings me to point number 6. Point number 6, the race itself. And this is where all the training, the preparation, the eating, the drinking, the start line, you would have probably seen me. I filmed the whole 38 minutes-ish of the race itself. And you would have heard me, how I was breathing and the pace I was going at, heart rate, keeping it consistent. For me, it's all about listening. At no point did I ever look at this, apart from I cheekily looked at it when I knew I'm coming after 2 laps. I'm coming towards the end of the second lap. I cheekily took a look just to see what my time was and if there was anything in the tank to see if I could push it, of something to aim for. But the key thing for me is not to go out all guns blazing at the start. It's 10 kilometers. It's a long way, 6 miles. Going all out in the first mile and then hanging on is not my strategy. I hear of people who do that, and that's fine. If that's their strategy, that's up to them. I'm here, my video, I'm talking about what I do. If you want to take a leaf out of my book, great. I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. But for me, it's all about steady, maintaining the same pace as much as possible. When I say pace, it's more effort. The heart rates were going up and down because the terrain was undulating. So the pace was slowing, speeding, depending on whether it was uphill, downhill, and so on and so forth. I'm sure there's a song there for that. But maintaining that pace. And when I knew that in my head, I was aiming for a particular time, but I don't know what time I'm going to achieve until I'm actually running and I'm over halfway, or for me, like with a mile to go. Only then do I really know what time could I aim for. And I knew that I could get to around 38 minutes if I put the pedal down for that last mile. And I did. I think I was averaging about, I think we see it's 10 mile an hour, which is about a 6:05, 6:15 minute pace. And when I looked at my watch, I knew that there was the potential of getting around 38 minutes. And I thought, let's just go for it. And I went for it. And to my astonishment, I ran the last mile. Any guesses? Leave in the comments below what you guess the last mile. Bearing in mind I was running at 6:05, 6:15 pace for the whole sort of 5 miles up to that point. What time did I get my last mile in? Well, I was astonished. Pedal down, whoosh, 5 minutes and 30 seconds was my last mile. So I'd literally made my PB time running in a time of 37 minutes and 52 seconds. So not only did I get close to the 38, I came in 8 seconds under the 38 minutes, which was incredible. It was a new personal best. If I came in 38 minutes, still would have been a personal best. 38 minutes 40, I would have still got a personal best, but I came in 37:52. It just blew my mind how I'd done that. But because I kept that steady pace, I weren't burning all my matches at the start. I was holding that pace. It enabled me to have the energy and the speed to push through and finish in that time. And I'm really proud of that time. It's my personal best too now. Who knows if I get quicker as I'm approaching 60. We're supposed to be getting slower as we get older, but I seem to be getting faster. Now, so where's the science in that? Love to hear from you guys. But that was my point number 6, the race itself. And if you haven't seen the full race, then do click on that link or go through, the previous videos. Have a look at that and you'll see the whole race with the Garmin GPX stats that I'd embedded onto the actual video. That was point number 6. Point number 7, finished the race. Then what do you do? Well, apart from being all excited, it was the cool down. Essential to have the cool down after running at such speed to enable the muscles to relax and cool down, because I'd given them a bit of a bashing. So again, similar to the warm-up, the cool down is about 2 miles, and we just went down one of those country lanes nearby, ran about 2 miles, 15-20 minutes, nice and easy, super easy, and then back to the car. And that was the cool down run. Point number 8. Does that make 8? Yes, the journey back. It was another 3-hour epic journey. We did have a break. We stopped at a coffee shop and had some hot chocolate drinks and foods. But whilst I was travelling up there, I was quaffing my face with all the bars that was given at the finish line, drinks, water, hydration, getting all the water, lots of water down me, food, because it's essential for the nutrients and minerals to get back into my muscles and body, because I'd given it a good hard going for that 40 minutes. So yeah, recovery, travel, all at the same time for me, and that was the journey back. Point number 9. So I got back, literally slumped the day after. What did I do the day after? Basically, I had a really good night's sleep, and boy did I sleep really well. Yes, and it felt good, and it's essential for me. That is the number one recovery tip I can give for anything, whatever distances, whatever lengths we do. Sleep, getting a good night's sleep. And sometimes you have trouble sleeping. Certainly I was so excited and pumped, you know, I didn't want to get asleep. I was all buzzing, but it's good just to rest, just lying down in the bed, whether I fall asleep straight away or not. For me, I didn't see that as an issue. For me, it was just about resting and recovering. And I spent most of the following day. Yes, I'm quite a sedentary job, sitting at the desk here most of the day, but I'd still do get up and about and keep it moving. The following day, yes, I was doing my yoga, stretching, all that stuff, and keeping things moving. No running. I didn't do any running on the Monday, so I was just recovering from that. I think it was, I lost count of how many days it was before I actually done any running. It was probably not till the Thursday that I went out for a short 5k easy run. So I was allowing my body to fully recover, because my knees, joints had all taken a bit of a bashing, and I certainly didn't want to bash them about again. I would have been on some walks, but again, short walks, you know, 15-20 minute walks, just to keep the body moving, and it's essential keeping the body moving. In the same was when I got back from the journey of the 3 hours travel, done a bit of walking around near the house just to keep the legs moving and keep them fluid. Last but not least, point number 10, which I think some of you may have jumped all the way forward to see this gear. What gear did I have? What gear was I wearing? What shoes did I have on? You can't get away now on YouTube, where it seems every other Tom, Dick and Harriet or whatever are talking about their running shoes on their channel, or it's just a running shoe channel type thing. And if you look on the link, I've done a sort of spoof running YouTube channel type video thing, and you can have a look at that. But for me, when it comes to shoes and clothes, comfortable shoes. I know it sounds obvious, yeah, but there's so much hype and talk about having carbon plates, having this, having that, doobity this, doobity that. But for me, it's essential that I feel comfortable what I'm wearing. And some of those latest high-tech shoes just do not work for me. Yeah, they may work for you, and I'd love to hear from your comments below and how long you've been using these, if you've been using them long term. But I'm seeing more and more videos where people are returning these high-tech shoes because it's not working for them. So for me, in terms of the closed vest, I had a singlet vest. It was very cold, so I had gloves on to keep the extremes warm, and I had a 2-layer, so I had a singlet vest over my t-shirt underneath. So I had a, not this particular t-shirt, because I keep running. I only got this the other day, so quick plug, Grounded Republic, go get one of these. But yes, it's my merch, by the way, so it's not a paid advert, it's me. So yes, the clothes, so I had 2 layers on to keep myself warm because it was extremely windy. Pair of shorts, socks. No compression socks around, just regular, just short socks, white socks, they were at that. But the shoes, what were the shoes? Well, are you ready? These are the shoes, and they've still got the timing chip on it. Yeah, so I've not taken them off, and I've not running these since I ran the 10k. Which shoes are these? Well, you might recognise the branding. Saucony. Yeah, so I'm quite a fanboy, whatever, of Saucony. I've used a lot of different Sauconys, but this is the first time I've used these, and this came from a tip from top runner Suzanne, who runs in these as well and uses the there's another pair. These are effectively just racing flats. There is no carbon plates. You can see there's almost next to nothing foam along here. Whilst they are a 4mm drop, which is pretty minimal. It's not zero drop exactly, so it's not totally minimalist. But these shoes, oh boy, can you feel the road? Yeah. Now I can feel it, and it's great traction, superb traction in the wet and in the dry. And as you can see, they're quite muddy, dirty. I've cleaned them up a bit, but there's no getting away that these have got pretty mucked up on the training runs that I've been in, because a lot of the training runs, pouring rain, wind, muddy. That's life, yeah, that's the weather it is. But these are the, if you can see that, Fast Witch, and it's the version 9. These are the version 9, and would you believe I got these just for £50 from the Saucony site. I had a discount voucher, which was very kindly accepted, and £50. I think they retail at 100, but you'll find other sites that sell them at discounted 20%, 30%, 40% off. Various websites. I'm not sponsored by these websites. You can just go hunting, depending on what country you're in. You can get these discounted. But the reason why I love those shoes is I can feel the road. My feet, and I had a guest on, Shane Benzie, Lost Art of Running, and he talks about this in his book as well. You may have seen the book of Born to Run. They talk about it similar, but theirs is more about maybe barefoot running. I'm not a barefoot runner, but I certainly understand the method and the science behind feeling the foot, because our feet are made to move in a certain natural way. And I'm looking at how I improve my running, and you'll see more of this through 2021. And I may be doing a video announcing what I'm going to be doing and how I'm looking to tackle that and plan that, but that's for another video. In this particular one, all I can say is for that distance at 10k, and I've used these for 5k as well, those shoes are incredible, absolutely incredible. And I think they contributed to me putting in almost a 1 minute personal best. Yeah, now it may not sound much, but when you're already running, 39 minutes, just under 39 minutes, 10k, and you take a whole minute off, believe you me, anyone out there who's running those times know how much time, effort, training, and having the right kind of footwear, clothing that's comfortable to run those times. Believe you me, it's amazing. So I felt great in those. I'm going to stick with those. I may try some others. I have seen some other new shoes that have appeared, but I'm not one to splash and dash on the latest, greatest. I'd like to see what happens. Some of the shoes I've seen, I almost know they would not work for me, just purely looking at the mechanics and so on. And again, some of the shoes, I feel they do restrict our movements of how our feet should move, and they can cause, not immediately, but over a period of time, they could start causing injuries if it doesn't allow our feet to move in the correct way. That's all I have to say about those shoes. Amazing, love them. Maybe I am just a fast witch, or for me, wizard, yes, here in Middle Earth. Anyway, guys, thank you all so much for watching this. I really have appreciated you taking time to watch this review of my 10k. It's a very proud moment for me, and a brilliant way for me sharing with you, sharing the joy of, yes, 2020 hasn't been a particularly good year, but what a way to finish off a year. And I hope that I've helped you guys in some way, and it's motivated you to get out there and run. And as the shirt says, keep running. And one of my strap lines for many years, almost from the very beginning, is wherever you are, whatever you do, keep running. That's right, guys. And don't forget, thumbs up, subscribe, alarm bell. See you at the next video, guys. Thank you so much. To a bit. Love you all.